What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Before we get into that, how, New Star, on God's green earth, under God's hot sun, did you like that movie? How? I mean, how is that possible? How did you like that movie? I worked long and hard trying to find that movie, okay? It took me. You know what? I'm just gonna pick movies that are good, and maybe you might hate them. Jesus. Okay. Alright, so. Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god. Oh. Lucky for you, though. You see, I've already seen this movie, Humanoids from the Deep. I didn't tell you that because, well, I didn't want you to change the movie, because this one I was able to do without, like, I knew you had something else for me, so I was so afraid to know what Eva LaRue's movie is, so I'm just trying to get prepared for that before I, like, cry over there in the corner. But, anyway, Humanoids from the Deep. Okay, so, alright, let's get ready for this. Excuse me for a second. Okay, let's do this. Alright, so, Humanoids from the Deep. This is about, an experiment from a scientist that, goes cold, like, completely gets fucked up, and, it makes, like, mutations. It makes, like a messed up version of the Ninja Turtles. So it's like half man, half fish, and it's terrorizing a fishing town, by killing the men and raping the women. You already know how this is gonna turn out. So here is my notes. Once again, the good actually had one good. Look at that. You see? Had one good to it, so it was better than the last movie. But yeah, it's kind of a mess over here. So yeah. Okay, so let's go through the good. A couple of the scenes actually, even after seeing it, I kind of skipped through it, a couple of parts that I remembered. I didn't want to relive it, but a couple of parts I actually did get like a little like jumpy. I mean, they did kind of scare me a little bit. The flip side to that, though, is that they do it too much. They do it way too much in this movie. They take advantage of that, and they keep on cock-teasing the audience, like, okay, here he comes down, and the phone rings. Or comes the boyfriend inside the house, or... It's just too much to where you're going to make the guy that's watching it pass out because he keeps on getting scared. I just was, first I was just like, oh my god. Second one I was just like, oh jeez. Third one I was just like... Fourth one I was just like... Fifth one I was just like... So, yeah, it got old very quickly. They take advantage of that too much. They really, not dragging on, but, they just do it too much, to where I'm just getting tired of seeing it. So yeah, that's it for the good, really. So on to the bad. Okay. Okay. So, the effects are absolutely terrible. They make the 1936 King Kong movie look like Avatar compared to this crap. Okay, and I didn't like Avatar, but the effects were great. So yeah, effects that made King Kong from the 30s look like Avatar, and that's saying a lot also. If you've seen the movie, just like every other horror movie, there always has to be this really cheap sex scene that has nothing to do with anything, but of course it's there. It's one of the things I fast forward, because I just see it all the time. So I saw it in nightmares like 20 times. So yeah, No more of that for me. I'm fast forwarding with ever sex scene. New Star, whatever movie you give me next, I'm fast forwarding through those sex scenes, okay? So, unless it's Eva LaRue. I will watch that. So, anyway. Uh, Opening. Let's talk about the opening. The studio that did this film got screwed because in an opening, it's always what studio sponsored this movie. That didn't get shown. Probably because the studio was so ashamed of this movie that they didn't want their name attached to it at all. I get that, but yeah, whatever studio did this, they got screwed out of this one because you need to see that studio. It's good publicity for the studio, and yeah, that was a little. They got screwed. I love in the beginning where there's a kid and like 3 people die on the boats, and everyone that sees it is just like, oh my god. Okay, let's go home and just play, fishing with my son and have him go after the hook like a little dog. And oh my god, my dog's missing. Oh my god, my dog's missing. No, my dog. Oh my god, like 5 people died on the boat right in front of my eyes out of an explosion. One got eaten. A kid got eaten. Of course, a kid. Had to be a kid. But other than that, oh my god, my dog is dead. Oh my god, come on. And people are getting all high and dry about these dogs dying. Like there were 7 dogs on the dock that died. Who cares? Well, not who cares, but you had 5 people that died. 5 in your own town that died. And a kid that died. And everybody's just like, oh, you killed my dog. And another thing, this rivalry with the Indians and the people, it was only mentioned once, and then it just came out of nowhere. Like, it was there and then kind of downplayed through the rest of the movie. Like, there was this out of nowhere fight, like, okay, I want to fight you, okay, bring it. And then it's just like, okay, well, okay, bam, you're done. So, and then everyone else comes out, oof. It's just dragging on so much, and it just came out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. It was just like, everything's calm, then, chaos. It was just like, in a split second. So, let's go through this. This guy brings a dog into the dance party, which sets off the fight. Who cares still? After 5 freaking people died. That's another thing. The characters are douchebags. They care more about their dogs than they do their own people. Not just, I'm not against, I don't hate animals. I have a dog in my house. I feel sad about my dog dying, but if it was like a person I knew, like one of my friends that died, God forbid if one of my friends died, or, stuff like that. I don't even want to say my family because I don't want that to happen. God forbid if any of that stuff happens. God forbid if any of that stuff happens. But if it was between humans and a dog, humans because, they're human, so not that it's, it's just the main thing. So yeah, the characters are really douches and they're not very interesting. The acting, the actors don't bring anything new to the characters. They're very, again, like, awkward and very C-grade kind of actors. I don't get the point. If they weren't going to mention the characters in the beginnings, if they weren't going to reference their deaths at all, what was the point of having those characters? None. You could have introduced the monster in any other way. You had all this time to introduce them, too. That's another thing. The monsters, again, they're not developed. They're not interesting. You don't care about these monsters. They're just monsters. I mean, you had Godzilla and all these that are developed and that do pose a legitimate threat because of their backstory. This doesn't really give a backstory. There's really no development. So that's another problem. Plot holes. There were a lot of plot holes. Like, in the beginning, why was the dog barking? Why was the baby crying? Those are just to name a couple. If I named them all, we'd be here for 3 days. There, of course, there are characters just to die, just there to die, which I hate in horror movies. Give development to your characters. I mean, there's no development to any of the characters. There are characters that live and die. characters that live are given no development. Characters that die are given no development. So that I just hate that. One of the main things about this movie, one of the subplots, is that they can get salmon to grow bigger and grow more salmon. Who gives two fucks? And I barely curse, but this one is tough. All right. The writing is very weird. I mean, the writing is actually really stupid. Towards the end of the climax, that's where it reaches all level of stupidity. Like, the climax is unbelievably stupid, where it's like a carnival and these monsters come out and crash. I mean, come on, that's like a frat party, like what college kids do. It's really stupid. The writing is also really stupid. They write the characters as douchebags. The writing is a mess. None of the scenes fall into place with the other. Like, I kind of see a scene as like falling into a slot, and then another scene falling into the slot, and then just creating one file, one file bin, and it being very organized and very organized. This one's just all over the place. It's like, okay, put Z and Y and X and A and B and C and D and F. It's just a mess. The scenes don't fit well together, and none of the scenes really work and never fall. None of the scenes fall into place. So that is my review. It's stupid. It's campy. It's forgettable. It's stupid, it's campy, it's forgettable, it's just it is what it is, and I kind of expected that, and because I've already seen the movie, and so now, new star, right here. Okay, this is a movie you will hate, okay? I'm tired of you always liking these bad movies. Jeez. Okay. Time to bring back the Barbarian Brothers. Oh yeah, I'm going there. I'm going there, man. I'm rolling up these sleeves again, new star. Rolling up the sleeves again. Okay? I'm rolling up my pant legs. See, you can't see it, but I'm rolling up the pant legs. I'm taking off the slippers. Yeah. Yeah, and that's when you know I've gotten mad. Okay, so Barbarian Brothers are back. Okay, so new star. It's called Double Team, and it stars the Barbarian Brothers. You can find it on YouTube. It was made in 1988, I believe, 1986, something like that, but it was made in the 80s, and it's called Double Team, starring the Barbarian Brothers. So, love to hear your thoughts on that, and whenever you can take a look, it's on YouTube. Till next time, new star, have fun watching Double Team, and I will be awaiting your review. Sleeve up. Okay, peace.